Brothers and sisters, thank you for joining me today. So this is just a continuation of the, I guess there's part 5, so this is probably part 6 of understanding the candlestick, Ark of the Covenant, the golden arches, Purim, the almond tree. There's a lot. So today I am going to, now that the 3-day fast is done, I'm going to continue on with the symbolism of Esther. And so, as always, please take this to Yahshua for yourself. So as I've talked about before, with Esther, just like, so this is all about the symbolism, but with Haman was keeping the king so distracted, so preoccupied, so wrapped up in everything that he couldn't see that what he was doing was really killing and destroying his own kingdom. And to the point that he was able to sign his queen's death decree without even realizing what he had done. That's how sneaky Haman was with what he was doing. And we know at the end, right, that evil was rendered back on evil's head, and those same gallows that Haman built up for Esther and her people, they were used for his death instead. And so if we like that unto what this fast was about, it's for the healing of the nations, and that healing comes from the healing of the family. And so as the women rise, it's our job now to show that grace and love to our husbands. So I want the women for a moment to step back and to put themselves in Esther's situation. How much love and compassion would you have for a spouse, for a king that had just signed your death decree? The love that Esther displays is the kind of love that is required. That is perfected love. To be able to see how he was being distracted and understand that he was being blinded by what Haman was doing, so that she could have that love and compassion for him. She risked her own life by going before the king, because that was not something, unless they were summoned, that they did. But so there were many risks that Esther took to stand in her convictions, to stand up for herself and her people, to stand up for the truths of eternity and the true worship that her people participated in. She had to be extremely brave. So now that this fast is done, I'm going to share a few things with you. So with Purim, so the fast came and then Purim came. So Esther had to do her part so that then the king could do his part. But it was up to Esther to first do what she was asked to do. Then the king was able to do his part. So many people are waiting on their husbands, their kings, but have the women done their part yet? And so that's the example that Esther was to us. We have to do our part because this was the time in history when the women come in, because we are the physical and we help heal the nation. And so we had to do our part. Purim could not happen overnight. This feast for the for the queen, symbolic of mother, took time to prepare. The 3-day fast occurred, then the feast happens. So then the preparation for the feast begins. The king prepares a feast for his queen. Again, much needs to be created during this time. Mothers, we are physical and creation. So what would be being created during this time as decrees go out, sealed with the ring of the king, symbolic of father's crest? Remember, father is spiritual, mother is physical. What are you pulling from the spiritual into the physical? And how will what you are doing heal the nations? Your love must reach far and wide to all four corners of the earth. You must connect to your body and spirit. They must move as one in order for the healing of the nations to take place. And why was this responsibility put on the mothers? Because we are physical. And we brought life into the physical realm. Create, be present, be spirit-led. Make sure to create from abundance and not from lack. When you feel the lack from the world, identify the root cause of it and replace it with light. So mothers at this time, as we step into healing the family unit, and as our husbands are awakened to, what they've actually been doing, distracted by the enemy, may we be the helpmates that our husbands need, full of that grace and that beauty and compassion that was extended to us during our healing process, as we create this space for their healing, just like Esther had to with the king. That had to have been extremely difficult to know. He was so distracted by what Haman was doing that her king literally signed her death decree. And so as these men are awakened, may we have grace in healing the family unit to how the enemy has kept them so distracted that they didn't even know that they didn't see beyond the physical of what they were doing. They couldn't see how Satan made these distractions look so becoming of the world. And so whatever you might have to endure and help your husband through, remember that he was there to hold this space for you, and now be there to hold this space for him. And in the process of healing these kingdom unions, the family unit is healed. And that is the whole goal of healing the nations, is to heal the family as a whole, as the whole unit. The kingdom is one big family, and we need to heal that. So may we take the symbolism of Esther and Mordecai and Haman and Esther's king and Queen Vashti, and may we see the beauty in the symbolism, and may we now understand the beauty of the decrees and the edicts that are going out as this feast for Purim is being prepared. So, again, take everything to the Lord for yourself, that you may learn what it is you need to know. This is just the insight that has been given to me as these scriptures have been unveiled, and it has been absolutely glorious and beautiful. So have a blessed day.